What's good, YouTube? Today I am your coach of the Los Angeles Leaf Andes. And yeah, this is my little draft breakdown kind of thing. So I'm gonna try to give you my mindset of what I drafted and why I drafted it. First off, we had 1,300 points, and it was a low point system, and you could pick from miles from certain points and things like that. So yeah. Anyways, when it came to my pick, my first pick was, as you can see on the screen, Tapu Koko. Now I chose Tapu Koko because it is a very good mon. It's a very good draft mon at that. It can be a physical attacker. It can be a special attacker. It's a pretty decent mon. So yeah, that's why I drafted Tapu Koko. It was 170 points, so it was expensive. But so was my next mon. But I couldn't pass up on Tapu Koko. If I didn't get it, somebody else would get it. It's one of those things. Then my pick came up again, and I chose Megalodios. Now Megalodios was also a lot of points, but hey, Tapu Koko has like what one weakness is ground and poison. Well, guess what? Latios bodies any poison type that would come his way, and it's not weak to ground because it has the ability to levitate. So yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. Then my next pick was Tyranitar. Now Tyranitar I got purely because it kind of bodies Latios in almost every way. So I kind of got it as I didn't want people to pick Tapu Koko as a check to my Latios. And I want a Tyranitar because it's a good rock type. It's a good rock and dark type. Knockoff, Stone Edge, moves like that are very good in draft leagues. And it's a pretty good mod. I can run it special, I can run it physical. So yeah, it was a really good mod to me at the moment. Then my next pick, I had to kind of go a little defensive because three of my mods so far were offensive. So I chose Rotom Heat as my next mod. Now I know what you're thinking, Rotom Wash, why not Rotom Wash? Well, Rotom Wash 1 was already taken, and 2, I really didn't want it on the team anyways. So yeah, Rotom Heat, I feel like is kind of underappreciated, but as you can see it was 150, so it was kind of up there. So yeah, I got it because another levitate mon, so there's no earthquake weakness. Yes, I do have a little stone. It is weak to Stone Edge, but you know, that's really it. It's weak to rock, and I mean, whatever. It's whatever. I'm not really gonna talk too much on why it's weak to ground. It just happens to be weak to ground. I mean, weak to Stone Age. Then my next mod, as you can see, is Hitmontop. Now Hitmontop I got because I like it, and it's a very good assault vest mod. It's pretty much almost always assault vest, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, I got it because it gets rid of hazard for me. It gets rapid spin, so yeah, that's always good. And it could be technician, it could be intimidate for those attackers that I don't like. And it's just a decent mod in draft, I believe, because I just like it. It's a very good defensive mod. It's a defensive pivot. If I think I need to let something die, so I can switch something else in, like get a clean switch in. Hitmontop is like that good buffer mod, that helps me get rid of rocks. And yeah, it's a really bulky, good mod, and I just thought if I didn't take it, someone else would. Then my next pick was kind of offensive, kind of defensive. I seen that I was kind of weak to rock, and this didn't help me with my rock weakness. But I didn't have a bulky water, and at first I wanted Tapu Fini, but Tapu Fini was taken. So I took my boy Araquanid. Now I took Araquanid because it is a very specially defensive, meaning I can hit Rotom Heat physically defensive and kind of just have those two be a core. Even though they're weak to rock, it's still a very decent core if you ask me. But yeah, so yeah, that's really why I got it, because I think those two pair pretty good together, and it gets sticky web. Water bubble liquidation is no joke. I made it a Zmon, also Tapu Koko is a Zmon. So my Zmons were Tapu Koko, Tyranitar, and Araquanid. So yeah, though, I think that was my idea. Araquanid is pretty predictable in draft league, but it still does what it's supposed to do very well. Alright, so for my next pick, I chose Donphan. Now, Donphan is exactly what it looks like for my team. It's a ground type, and I couldn't really think of another ground type at the moment. So I was like, hey, you know what? Donphan is a pretty good mom. It's bulky as well, and it has a base 120 attack, meaning it hits hard. Yes, it dies to water moves, but every mon has a weakness, and I don't really have a water weakness. Like, yes, I have one, two. Yes, I do have like two mons with dual water, but as you can see later on, I got mons that are not weak to water, and yeah, it just fits so well, so well. Now, my next pick was, as you can see, Registeel. Now, Registeel I got purely because it's kind of like how people see Cresselia. It just does what it does very well. It gets Thunder Wave, it gets Stuff Rocks. I really got Donphan and Registeel because I wanted mons that get Stuff Rocks that are not Tyranitar. So yeah, now I have three mons that get Stuff Rocks. So I could just run whichever one I want to, and it would be decent. And yeah, Registeel is a good wall. It's a good fairy check, and yeah, I mean it has pretty decent stats. Thunderwave, toxic as usual. Most mons get toxic, but yeah, it's just a good wall, and it's a very sturdy wall at that. Yes, it's weak to fire, but I don't have a fire weakness at the moment, so I didn't see a problem with me getting Registeel. And it covers my, I'm pretty sure still resist rock. I might not be right about that, but that was my idea, is that still resist rock. And it's one of those I'll go from there situations. Then my next pick is near and dear to me. I like getting this minor draft picks in draft because I feel like it's very underrated, and it was only 60 points, and I'd be remiss if I didn't get a poison type of some sort. Fairies run rampant in draft leagues if you don't have at least a poison or a steel type, and Weezing is very bulky unless you have like a really hard hitting special attacker or a really hard physical attacker, really hard. Weezing stats can basically be manipulated to wall just about anything. It gets Will-O-Wisps, Haze, which is a good thing to have. And yeah, it gets Toxic. I believe it gets Toxic Spikes. It's just a very good mon. Now my next pick was Ditto. I chose Ditto purely for what Ditto does. It has Imposter, and if you set up on me, I can switch in Ditto and, I'll call you back. And it will be one of those situations where Ditto is always a hard mon to draft around, and the fact that you can have Imposter is just that much better. Choice Scarf Imposter, I don't care what you say, is still probably one of the best sets for it ever, and it will probably be the only set you'll use for it. But the fact that my opponent has to prep for it every week, regardless of my matchup, is important. Very important. I think it's a very solid thing to have. Now, my next pick, I'm not going to lie, was kind of a throw. I just wanted another hard-hitting mon, and I couldn't think of anything else that was within the point system I had left, because I had 110 points. I didn't really want anything that was 100 points, so I had to go back down to 80. Because the tier list was like 160, 170. Like, it went down by 10 points until you got to 100. So it went from 100 to, no, it went from 120 to like one. Yeah, the point system was kind of weird. But yeah, my next pick was Beware. Now Beware, I just got because this is a physical attacker. I believe it gets the elemental punches. It gets brutal scream if I ever want to run that. And it's just a good. I think it will be a good mod in draft because the attack stat it has, Fluffy, is a physical wall literally with one weakness being fire. So yes, I do have two Pokemon that's weak to fire, but Arachnic can switch into fire. Fucking not Hitmon, my Rotom, he can switch into fire bonds. So yeah, I believe playing right with Beware is actually a pretty damn good idea to me in my head, especially plus the Arachnic can do stick web shenanigans, and Beware can actually outspeed certain bonds. So it was just a good overall thing. But yeah, anyways, that's it for my draft picks. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below for my draft, this overall draft, and let me if you guys know, if you think there's anyone that I could possibly trade, and I'll consider it, and we'll go from there. But with that, please make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, and all that good stuff.